creativity to before my summer start. Hold up. Damn it. Much better. As I was saying, before my summer started, I had to take on more responsibilities since I turned 18. Responsibilities such as registering to vote, getting my driver's license, graduated from high school, plan out my graduation day, and the last one you probably noticed of how my wall is. It was time for me to paint my room. I decided to paint my room blue because the walls were getting nasty and shitty looking. But enough of that. You're here because of what I did as an artist. To start off, I made more weapons than I did last year. What we're starting is Medic's Bone Saw 2.0. This time I actually put effort into painting it to make it actually look like a bone saw. This right here was some Gorilla Tape, painted gray, and the blade itself was just painted silver, and I splattered red paint to make it look like blood. And this time it passes. And for that bone saw, I would say that is the very last TF2 weapon I would ever create. Now moving on to some World War II weapons. This right here is the MP40 used by the German Nazis. I know it's a Nazi weapon, I just made it because it looked cool. Some extra features to this one. It reloads. Originally, I was trying to make this one cock. It got too stiff, so I just have it as a design. Now moving on to an American weapon. This right here is the All-American BAR, which is an acronym for Browning Automatic Rifle. Just like the MP40, it reloads. And I couldn't make this one cock either. Let's move out of World War II and let's go back on video game weapons. Here's a weapon from BioShock Infinite, the Triple R Repeater. I made it because it reminds me of the Sten rifle used by the British during World War II, and you probably already guessed it, but this one actually cocks. Now this next one I made is a real doozy, which I'm gonna have to film it in wide angle. This one right here is the rocket launcher used from the Halo series, which is one of the biggest weapons I have ever made, which is even bigger than my TF2 rocket launcher. Right here is a size comparison, and as you see, my Halo rocket launcher is a lot larger than this one. Now you would probably imagine that this took a bitch to make. It was, but it wasn't really that hard. It usually consisted of tubings and a lot of tape to hold it together, even though that's how my weapons are usually. As of now, we are finished with cardboard weapons. Now let's move on to another media of art. These pictures I made were used with a software that I found from DeviantArt. Okay, maybe they're not softwares. I was just messing around and I just came across these tabs, which I discovered I can actually make them look like real people, or anime versions of people. See, I made one of myself, and the 4 others were just friends of mine who asked for them, which the last 2 was based off of my friend who was a female. These next pictures I made were based off of what I was inspired with, such as my inspiration with TF2 and an inspiration from Teen Titans. I said Teen Titans, not Teen Titans Go Fuck Yourselves. Yes, I put myself in there too, because Raven is my favorite out of the 5 Titans. And now these last pictures I made are avatars for me to use as like profile pictures. Okay, maybe myself as a profile picture. The rest I just did it for fun, yet my friend actually made it in this one. Now before I wrap this entire thing up, I have 3 more things to show. We're starting this with plank. Pretty self-explanatory if I must say. All I had to do was just paint the face and then chip off some of the wood for details. Kinda shows that I'm a little bit obsessed with Ed, Edd and Eddy. This one right here is just like my homemade mic stand. All it is was just some pieces that I found from a broken drum kit, and then I just threw in this broken microphone to go with it. And the very last thing I will show you is my new tattoo. Don't believe me? I'll prove it. Yes, it's my tattoo of a wolf. It took 5 hours to do because I wanted to do all in one session, and it didn't really hurt as bad as I thought it would be. It just felt like a cat scratching me all over this part of my arm, and I got this because it represents my spirit animal. That's pretty much all I did as an artist. I guess I did a little bit more than I did last year. But besides that, hope you enjoyed. This marks the end. Bye.